You're watching My Clemson in the Morning with Veronica Corningstone and Chuck Nugent.
Good morning, Clemson. It's a beautiful Sunday morning in Clemson, South Carolina today. One of our top stories of the day is Clemson's big and long overdue win over the Maryland Terrapins. We'll be speaking with head coach Dabo Swinney a little later.
But first, a British pop star was spotted on campus yesterday and caused quite an uproar. Taio Cruz, who had come in for a concert at Little John, originally had hired local musicians to perform on stage with him. However, due to a last-minute executive decision, Taio Cruz went on stage by himself with a recording.
My Clemson in the Morning has exclusive access to these local musicians. Now we go live to Trisha Davis. Thanks, Veronica. I'm standing here with the bass player, Ronnie Sags. Now, Ronnie, you originally were asked to play with Taio Cruz at his performance this past weekend in Clemson. Please, tell us what happened.
Why, quite frankly, miss, I'm not sure what happened. You see, the keyboardist, he gave me a phone call a couple of days ago, and he said that the whole show was off for us, that Taio Cruz had changed his mind and he didn't need us. He needed just a recording. I'm only here for the music, you see. I practice with a man, I chill with a man, and I thought we had a connection. I don't chill with very many people. We were making some very manky chops and some very nasty licks.
Ronnie, can you please elaborate as to what a manky chop is?
Well, miss, a manky chop is just like a nasty lick, only it's mankier and more chalk-like.
Alrighty. Well, Ronnie, can you please tell me why you think you deserve to have played with Taio Cruz?
Oh, quite frankly, the bass part of Dynamite is a very integral part. It provides the driving force and the foundation for the song. Quite frankly, you can't even dance to the piece without having the bass line to it. And I've been thinking lately, it's kind of like a modern Rondo form if you really look at it, if you really listen. It goes something like A, B, A, C, B, A, C, D, A, C. Part A goes something like this. Well, at the same time, if I were to play part B, I could change the notes, I could even change the rhythm. Something you can't do with a recording. Strange.
And Ronnie, if I'm remembering correctly from the music appreciation class I took back in college, which was only a few years ago, mind you, the original Rondo form is ABA, CABA, correct?
Dear Lord, what a splendid memory you have.
Oh,
Well, that's exactly, miss. I don't even know what happened. I mean, Taio was probably just sitting in the mirror, sitting in his house, staring at his mirror, pressing up his face, making himself look pretty anyway. I mean, I'm really pissed, actually. The timbre of a synthesized bass sucks compared to that of the actual bass. The actual bass is much better, and quite frankly, much sexier.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Sags.
Oh, my pleasure. But if you ever see that vagabond, Taio Cruz, one more time, you tell him he owes me money.
Will do. And we are going to dive into this story a little bit more and try to get to the bottom of it. My Clemson team has tracked down the drummer, Dwayne. Here's his side of the story. And I'm here with Dwayne, the drummer that was originally supposed to go on stage with Taio Cruz this past weekend. Mr. Dwayne, will you please tell me your side of this messy story?
Well, Taio came to me begging me to play the drums for his concert. I learned my part, I was ready to go on stage. And then I got the bad news from the keyboardist. Apparently, Taio Cruz saw us as dead weight. He didn't want my mad rhythm to overstage his mediocre singing. But I'm pretty happy I didn't have to end up playing for him. It's a really boring part. The meters are straightforward the whole time, which is like every other song today. And the pattern is just typical bass-snare-bass, and the song just goes on and on and on, like this.
interesting. Well, so Mr. Dwayne, it doesn't really sound like you're too upset that you didn't actually get to play, are you?
I mean, it would look good on my resume, but I'm really not too upset because I got a concert coming up with Afroman on the 23rd, so it's really no thing to me.
Well, best of luck to you. Thank you so much for your time. Back to you, Chuck.
Thanks, Trish. Well, this is definitely shaping up to be quite an exciting story. My Clemson will have more on the subject, but first, a word from our sponsor.
Rondo Demolition, serving the upstate for over 30 years with quality demolition products from stump removal to tunnel blasting. Nothing explodes like a Rhino.